Okay, I want you to really picture this in your mind right now, rendered in stunning 4K cinematic detail. You're standing on this vast, ancient expanse of land, and above you, the sky is rapidly darkening. As you look out to the horizon on your right, there's this soft, incredibly pure dawn light beginning to glow. It's expansive, it's inviting, but then you turn your head to the left, and the horizon over there is completely different. It's violently storming with deep, heavy shadows, just crackling with this intense, destructive energy. So you have these forces of light and darkness advancing from opposite ends, actively contending over the very fate of the world in real time. Now honestly, it sounds like the climax of a sci-fi epic, right? But what if I told you this is actually the hidden structural architecture of our universe, according to ancient texts? Today we're going to decode this incredible mystery from the Zohar together, specifically looking at page 210b, and we're going to use modern systems thinking to do it. We are looking at the two ultimate endpoints of reality. Let's dive in.
So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start by defining the two cosmic ends, then explore the mechanics of this cosmic engineering. After that, we'll look at the left end system crash, followed by the right end graceful upgrade, and finally wrap up with how we actually restore system harmony.
Section 1. The two cosmic ends.
Right, so reality as we know it is essentially an active program, and it is inevitably heading toward a termination event. Our anchor text for understanding this profound secret, or Sod, comes directly from the Zohar. It's quoting the prophet Ezekiel, stating, "An end comes to the land," but then the Zohar adds this incredible mystical layer to it. It says, "an end to the right and an end to the left." Think about the implications of that. The universe literally contains two distinct pre-programmed termination protocols. It's not just one inevitable finish line, there are two paths.
To really grasp this, we have to look at the Hebrew word used here, which is ketz. Now, ketz is usually translated simply as end, but we need to understand it in our technical framework today as a true system endpoint. It's a mandatory termination event that is literally built into the universe's foundational code. You see, a cosmic cycle must culminate. The ketz is that hard-coded moment where the current version of reality ceases to operate in its present form. So the question isn't whether or not the ketz happens, it does. The question is how it happens. We can't just hit snooze, you know? We can't Alt F4 our way out of this process. It is a mandatory systems event.
And this brings us right back to that cinematic visual of the two horizons we started with. The right side horizon, which the Zohar calls Ketz Hayamin, is characterized by that soft dawn light. It represents a pure, expansive completion of the system. But in stark contrast, you have the left side horizon, Ketz Hasmol. And this side is storming with shadows and intense entropy. It represents a violent collapse. These are the two potential culminations of the entire human story, and which one we get is completely dependent on how the system is navigated by us, the users.
Okay, moving to Section 2, Cosmic Engineering. Let's really look at the mechanics here.
It is absolutely mind-blowing how perfectly these ancient, mystical mechanics map onto modern technology. Just look at this breakdown. On the right path, we have the Sephirot of Chesed, which is characterized by white and light color dynamics. In tech terms, this leads to a graceful upgrade of the system. Everything powers down smoothly and elevates. But on the left path, we have the Sephirot of Gevurah. This is characterized by red and dark color dynamics, and when this side is left unchecked or unbalanced, it leads to a catastrophic system crash. What we're looking at is an elegant, binary framework for governing a highly complex reality.
Now, a crucial piece of this cosmic operating system is the number 10. In the source texts, 10 represents absolute perfection. It's the complete harmonious alignment of all 10 Sephirot. Think of it as the optimal, fully balanced state of our cosmic OS. When all 10 nodes are communicating perfectly, the system is totally invincible. It runs flawlessly. But here's the catch. Our actions as the primary users of this system can either support this 10-node harmony, or we can introduce bugs and disrupt it entirely.
Let's break down the core logic gates that are actively determining the fate of the universe. The right side, Chesed, is programmed to guide the system toward mercy, giving, and expansion. The left side, Gevurah, is programmed to enforce strict boundaries and harsh judgment. But the real secret to avoiding a total system crash lies right in the middle, with Tiferet. Characterized by the color green, Tiferet acts as the central mediating node. Its entire job is to take the pure white light of Chesed and the intense red fire of Gevurah and synthesize them into a sustainable, perfectly balanced system. It is the ultimate stabilizer.
Section 3. The left-end system crash. Let's look at the catastrophic failure mode.
So, what exactly happens when that delicate balance fails? The Zohar identifies this outcome as Ketz Hasmol, the left side end. If you want to think about it in video game terms, this is what happens when you unlock the dark ending. It's a highly destructive culmination tied entirely to severe judgment, which is called Deen, and the evil inclination. Basically, when the users of the system, us, align our actions with selfishness, separation, and division, we end up feeding power exclusively to the left side, while completely starving the right side of the energy it needs to provide mercy.
In our cosmic engineering analogy, this scenario is a forced system crash. It's the universe's ultimate blue screen of death. Because the system's strict judgment mechanisms have been massively overloaded by user misalignment, corrupted subsystems, which are referred to in the texts as the Sitra Akra or the other side, are suddenly handed control. Malicious processes literally overtake the system. The mandatory termination event we talked about, it still happens, but it happens through total collapse rather than completion.
Let's actually watch how these catastrophic dominoes fall. Step 1. User alignment shifts away from unity, creating a highly unbalanced Gevurah. Step 2. This imbalance creates a massive red and dark intensification spreading throughout the system, triggering severe, unmitigated judgment. Step 3. Because the system is now wildly out of balance, hostile forces are legally allowed by the system's own rules to dominate the reality matrix. The universe shuts down, but it does so through destruction, chaos, and entropy. This is that dark, stormy horizon closing in.
Section 4. The right end graceful upgrade. Let's pivot to the optimal path. Fortunately for us, the system absolutely does not have to crash. There is Ketz Hayamin, the right side end. If the previous path was the dark ending, this is for sure the golden ending of our cosmic video game. It is an incredibly graceful system shutdown. Instead of collapsing under the heavy weight of corrupted files and unbalanced judgment, the universe culminates in ultimate redemption, expansive mercy, and a state of profound completion, which the texts call tikkun.
When this right path is successfully unlocked, it's like the system reads an upgrade successful prompt on the grandest cosmic scale. This controlled termination path actually elevates the entire operating system, seamlessly transitioning reality into a new era of white and light expansion. The harsh red fire of severe judgment isn't just destroyed, it's completely sweetened, absorbed, and integrated by the pure white light of mercy. It's an absolute masterclass in system design. So, how does this golden victory condition actually play out sequentially? Step 1. The users, meaning humanity, align our daily actions with Chesed, consciously generating mercy, empathy, and connection. Step 2. The system, recognizing this harmonious code being inputted, gracefully powers down the old, limited structures of reality without any chaos or panic. Step 3. Reality reboots into a massively upgraded, redemptive state. The terrifying endpoint simply becomes a beautiful new beginning.
Section 5. Restoring system harmony.
So here is the most crucial takeaway. We aren't just passive observers sitting in the audience here, we are the system administrators. How do we practically ensure we get that graceful upgrade? Well, the source texts explain that there are 6 active channels in the cosmic interface, a structure known as Zohar and Pin. Think of these 6 channels as the literal joystick of reality. Every single action, thought, and word we generate acts as direct user input, actively tipping the scale. When we actively choose empathy and connection, that central node of Sephirot takes over, perfectly harmonizing the intense red of judgment and the pure white of mercy into a balanced green. This active daily harmonization is what ultimately culminates in restoring the system to that optimal perfect 10 Sephirot alignment we talked about earlier.
We are literally standing at the master console of reality, and the data in front of us is crystal clear. Path A requires us to actively restore balance, deliberately feeding the right side to unlock the golden ending of redemption. Path B is just the default if we are careless, allowing imbalance and selfishness passively starves the right side, which ultimately triggers the dark ending of destruction. The hardware of the universe is set, but the software? That is being written in real time by our daily choices.
So look again at those 2 horizons in your mind's eye. The soft, inviting dawn of the right side end, and the violent, terrifying storm of the left side end. The cosmic operating system is actively waiting for your input right now. Everything, and I mean everything, comes down to our daily alignment. Which termination mode are you coding for right now? Which ending will our reality ultimately trigger? Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.